Hey there, Taurus, it's your turn. Come on in, let's do your energy forecast looking at the week ahead, shall we? Hi there, my name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee, and yeah, we come on every week and do an energy forecast for the individual zodiac signs. Once again, currently working on the sign of Taurus. If you would like more of a detailed reading specific just to you, please look me up at intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. But let's get to this week's reading, shall we? I am using the Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. This first card here, will give us our overarching theme for the week ahead. Just give us that thread of energy that runs through everything as we're moving through the upcoming week. And this week you're asked to keep in mind spaciousness. What's my favorite saying, people? Or one of them? Giving yourself the space and grace needed in any given moment. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Those are the things we want to hang on to, right? Releasing ourselves of the burdens and stresses and anxieties of things that don't serve us, because that's all they do for us, is bring in that low vibe and negative energy. We don't need that bullshit, people. Come on. It's already a little bit crazy and chaotic enough this week, wouldn't you say? The week we just left has just been a little bit of a doozy. It was a really crappy week for me. Hope it wasn't quite so bad for you. But listen, it was crappy for me only in the sense there was a lot of external chaotic energy going around. All three of my kids were just in a completely different state altogether of mind. And I just had to keep reminding myself to stay grounded, stay centered, and just breathe, because this too shall pass. It doesn't last forever. Nothing ever does. Not the good, not the bad. So when we're having those less than pleasant moments, which I was getting a few of this week, we just have to remind ourselves to just breathe, let it pass by without expending any energy on it ourselves. Let it be, let it go, and just watch it flow away. All right. Learning to respond instead of react is probably one of the best lessons I've ever learned. Allowing myself to do that deep breath. Look at this. The butterfly representing the soul. So as soon as I lean into the energy of this card, I just really feel like that the energy that I'm getting is, there's so many of you that are currently caught up in a caterpillar soup, and you just want to grow your wings, right? You just want to get out there and get living and learn to fly, right? But you're still stuck in caterpillar soup, which is kind of that chaos like I was caught in this last week. And allowing for that chaotic soup of crap to just sort of bubble up and settle down again on its own, once again, without allowing ourselves to any resistance. We don't fight it. We don't get caught up in it. We just allow it to just be. And sometimes that means we have to remind ourselves to just breathe through the process, because this is all about you metamorphosizing into this better version of yourself. And it's not that better version that you're, sort of bringing on and learning to be. It's letting go of all the things you're not to become who you truly are. That already resides within you. But in order to become that person, you have to let go of all the crap that is not you, right? Find that out. Just lean into it, trust, have faith, all those other wonderful things. You'll get there. I promise, Taurus. All right, where are we going? The learning. Yeah, look at this. It's a learning curve for you. I get that. It's a learning curve for all of us, but this is your week for it there, Taurus. I want you to really think about this week as you're, going through it. And this is the week of April 23rd to the 29th. If I haven't said that already, my apologies. But this is all about becoming what's known as that hollow bones, or the empty bowl, and allowing yourself to know, understand, and recognize that as human beings, we haven't got a freaking clue. Our spiritual self, that self that's at the core of every single one of us, that's where the knowledge and wisdom and awareness resides. But we get so caught up in being human sometimes that we forget about that, right? But as human beings, we know nothing. And I want you to allow yourself to become those hollow bones. Allow yourself the space and the grace to be filled with wisdom through the lessons and the chaos that you're going through, right? Because that's the key, right? As I was facing chaos and trouble this week, what did I have to do? I had to just breathe deep, look inward for what the lesson might be within this. And sometimes it's simply, how do I enter into these chaotic times with different energy that I've done before? What can I do differently this time? Therein lies the lesson. Therein lies the release to allow that lesson to drop away and allowing you to move forward, right? You become unchained from that energy. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's a process, right? We don't snap our fingers and become wise overnight. It's a process that we just allow ourselves to keep in touch with that spiritual self within, guiding us ever onwards, ever forward, releasing the chaotic sort of human energy that can be around us sometimes, right? And look at this. Yeah. What does it bring in for us? Stability. That's just exactly what I'm talking about. So I was mentioning I didn't have a great week. I had all three of my kids going off the rails, but I was able to remain stable. I was able to remain sort of grounded and centered and in alignment with who I was, allowing for the chaos around me without getting caught up in it. I remained stable. All right. This is what's in for you if you can follow sort of the same similar type of advice, not allowing yourself to get caught up in the chaotic energy around you, not getting caught up in the, somebody else's circus, somebody else's monkeys. They're not yours. Let it go. It's not even in your control. So what do you have in your control? How do you respond to the energy around you? I don't want you to react to the energy around you. Reaction is not a good thing. It is not a measured, logical response, right? And that's what we want to do when we've got other energies coming at us that maybe knock us a little off kilter, make us a little uncomfortable. Just sit, breathe through it, allow for it. All right. Blessed be Taurus. If you'd like a little bit more for yourself, one-to-one, look me up, intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. And I would love it if you like, share, and subscribe at minimum so that you're always aware of when I'm coming on and doing these energy forecasts for you. Take care, Taurus. Blessed be, and we will see you next week.